Hi everyone, my name is Shanika Davis and I am a Rule 31 mediator. A lot of you don't know what that is, so let me go ahead and explain it to you. Basically, I have taken all of the required courses to try to get individuals to come to an agreement without having to go through the court system, without having to pay expensive attorney fees. And basically, the courses that I took in order to become a mediator is a domestic violence course, and that allows you to actually mediate situations where domestic violence is involved. I've also took the family mediation course, and that allows you to mediate family issues such as parenting plans, custody orders, visitation. And I've also took the required courses for the civil portion of mediation. And that allows you to deal with things like insurance companies, arbitration, anything civil, someone suing you over money. That allows me to actually assist you with trying to settle those issues. Tonight I'm going to express my concern over family mediation and how beneficial it can be for parties that's really looking to co-parent their children, and actually parents that's looking out for the best interest of their children, not of themselves, not of their past, situations that they've been in with each other, but two individuals, a mother and a father, a mother and a mother, father and father, however, but two individuals that really want the best parenting situation for their children. Statistically, men are the ones that are considered deadbeats at a higher rate than women. So let's just put that out there. There are more men that's not involved in their children's lives than women. There are various reasons why men are not involved in their children's life. Some of them truly are deadbeats. Let's just put it out there. Some of them weren't ready to be a father. Some of them didn't want to be a father, and they've just decided to go their separate ways. You have dads that would rather pay child support than even be involved in the kid's life for whatever reason. And then there's also a vast majority of fathers that's not in their children's life because of the situation with their ex, the children's mother. I'm going to tell you firsthand, I have personally dealt with a situation where a woman made it so bad for that man and his wife to the point to where neither one of them is involved in the child's life. So I know how being a bitter and evil and manipulative ex can really alter a child's life. And my goal for even becoming a mediator was because I wanted to try to encourage more positive parenting experiences for parents and for their children. Your children are the ones that's going to suffer in the long run. A lot of moms, they run around and they think it's cute. They think, oh, I can do this by myself. I don't need a man to help me raise my children. And then a lot of mothers have gotten to the point of no return where they wish they would have got their act together sooner so that their children could benefit from 2 parents, 4 parents, or whatever. So the problem that we have is a lot of women are still harboring feelings from that past relationship and they can't move on. There are men out there that is bitter and angry too, but I'm sorry. It's not at the same rate as women. I've seen it firsthand. So, I'm sure a lot of people will come and say, oh, this video is one-sided. I'm pointing out the facts. I'm pointing out the facts that we have too many children that's fatherless because of stupidity. We have too many children that's fatherless because someone don't know how to leave their emotions at the door and do what's best for their children. We have too many children that is fatherless because parents have not learned how to keep those children at the heart of every conversation. And until that stops, the rate of two-parent homes or one-parent home will continue to rise simply because you have sometimes two individuals that can't get it together, don't want to get it together, and unfortunately for some parents, it's too late to even start over because some situations become so toxic and financially draining and mentally draining and challenging that you have to distance yourself from your own flesh and blood. And that is sad. Me personally, I would like to encourage every parent to set up some type of email system, text messaging system that is governed around the child's needs, the child's best interest. Not something that happened when y'all was together, not something about somebody else's significant other, but a system that's dedicated for the child and the child only. No one cares about your past more than you. Okay? So that means that's you. That has nothing to do with the child. That has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with the person that he's with. That's you. No one cares more about your past than you. So therefore, it is your job to deal with your past. Don't bring that over into your parenting relationship when you're trying to parent your child. And that's right is right and wrong is wrong. And I can point out when a wrong is wrong, and I can point out when a right is right, and I can point out when there's adjustments that need to be made by both parties. But sometimes it is too late to make adjustments because people get so crazy and they get deranged to the point to where no one wants to deal with them. And it's sad because no one suffers more than your child. No one suffers more than your child. Your child can grow up thinking that their other parent don't love them. They'll grow up thinking that their other parent just chose to not have a relationship with them, because children don't know the whole truth. Children only knows what the parent who spend the most time with them tell them. Do your children the best situation that you can put your children in is one that's filled with love and respect for one another. And when I say love and respect, I'm not talking about the type of love where you're thinking about them all night. I'm not talking about that. Love means if something happened to that person, you have some type of feeling that beats from your heart that says, I want them to be okay. Feelings for that person meaning you don't want to see them do bad. You always want to see them do good. Those are the type of feelings that you should have for the other person. The other person that you had kids with. I mean, you lay down and you trust them with your body parts. The least that you can do is have some type of respect for them. But that respect is not given. That respect is earned. You don't just earn respect because you have a title of being somebody's baby mom, or you have the title of being somebody's baby daddy or father or mother. Those are titles. But with those titles come respect. With those titles come responsibility. With those titles come understanding. With those titles come your child being put first. And I just want to encourage all of you that have kids, you're going through a dispute, you're going through a custody battle. Try to sit down with one another and talk it out. Go sit down with a mediator and talk it out. Come up with a plan that is going to cohesively stick together for the sake of your child. There is nothing, I'm telling you, there is nothing more important at a child's young age there's nothing more important than them having the opportunity to just be a child. But there's also nothing more important than making sure that their mental state is okay. And the way that you do that is you as both parents need to be able to check on that child. Both parents need to be part of that child's life. And there are situations where one parent don't want the other parent to be part of that child's life, because some parents can be very disruptive. Some parents can interrupt that child's entire being on this earth by simply planting bad seeds in their head. They tell them things that they don't need to hear. They do things in front of them that they don't need to see. And all that does is allow that child to grow up quicker than they need to grow up. Do your child a favor. If you can't get along, number one, get apart. Don't stay in a household where you and your child's father or child's mother is constantly arguing and fighting in front of that child. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you're gonna decide to be apart, come up with a plan for that child. Sit down, regardless of what y'all are going through, and come up with a plan where you and that other parent can be part of that child's life. Put that child's educational needs first. Put that child's mental state first. Put that child's everyday living needs before your emotional state. That is what's more important. And another thing, if you're struggling as a parent, allow that other parent to be very active in that child's life. If you know you can't handle the load, let that child be with the parent that can handle the load, and you exercise every visitation day that you can to be with that child. Sometimes the best environment for a child to be in may not be the mother's environment. And as women, we need to learn how to accept that sometimes men can do it better than us. It don't make you less of a mother, but do not take away your child having a decent life because you want to be in control. Control will hurt your child. Control will destroy any relationship that you can even have with that other parent. I'm telling you what I know. And I'm just giving you this. I'm only giving you this brief lesson today because this is very brief to me, because I can go on and on and on about this because there's so many issues that is unaddressed in the court system. There's so many issues that's been unaddressed in society. There's so many reasons why these children don't have access to both of their parents that has been overlooked, that has not been factored in, that has not even been considered. You all look at a person and you think automatically that they deserve to have their peace disrupted simply because they father a child. A man deserves the same peace as a woman. A man deserves to go ahead and live his life as peacefully as us. And if his child's mother feel like she can continuously interrupt his life, interrupt the people's life that he is in, and think that he just still supposed to say, this is my child, I'm going to do whatever it takes, I'm sorry. Every man is not built that way. And for the man that's not built that way, I don't hold that against you. Because you deserve to be as happy as you can be. And if she feel like she can provide that child happiness and she feel like she can be the number one parent, then you know what? Wait your time. Because let me tell you something about a child. They don't say a child forever. Children gets older. And the older a child get, the more aware they become of whatever is going on between their parents. So it may seem like a long process to you. And I know it's stressful, especially if you're a man who wants to be part of their children's life. I know it's stressful. But let me tell you, that day is going to come where you're going to be able to sit down and you're going to be able to talk to your child. And you and your child will be able to have a clear understanding of exactly why you wasn't in their life. And hopefully from that, you all will be able to build. That's my first segment of Phancee's Mediation. And I look forward to having another one with you all. Have a wonderful day.